Welcome to the Chiefy Crew YouTube channel. While the struggle is real, an epic battle, we actually traveled on up to Fort Pierce, Florida. This is our second trip, but this is the second dive of our second trip in Fort Pierce. I'm diving with Chuck, and it's always an adventure. I was carrying a flag, and we knew we had a slight south current with an east push. As I descended, I kind of lost track of Chuck. Like, where is Chuck? And I did see his bubbles to the north of me, and I had to get to the west edge, which is basically a little 90-foot wall. I kind of went around a corner. Chuck goes, hey, I need you. And his gun has been discharged, so I've seen this story before. And he really just wanted my spear gun, which is fine. He knew where the fish was. Most of the time, it's a pretty good sized fish if it's in the ledge. And I figured I'd give him a hand here and put a little light on the subject. Pretty dark under there. The visibility's not the best. But yeah. Kind of knew, as I looked in there, I saw kind of the grouper head, two shafts in them, and as Chuck says, it's pretty big. So they wedged themselves in there. Now the trick is to try to get them out of there, and that's kind of a challenge sometimes. He was jammed in there pretty well. I tried to get in underneath. What I didn't realize is I had the float line and the flag line, was attached to me. Caught on the ledge, so I really couldn't get back in there far enough to do anything. But as you can see, there's two shafts in the head of a grouper in there, just barely. But they were two pretty good shots. All right, now it's time to pull that big grouper out, Chuck. Hey, it's his fish. Let him go get it. But now we have a real cluster going on. Besides the lobster snares and the lines, and two guns. Again, I'm there to help him out, and you can see he's made some good strides there. He's put two shafts in him, and he's still battling. Now Chuck brings him out. He gets out into the open, and this fish is pretty hardy. They're a strong fish, but he gets him under control. Again, it is quite the cluster going on here. Chuck's got him under control. Basically a well-placed, sharp knife to the head. That kind of took care of him. Well, I can see a nice mutton, but of course both of our guns have been discharged. And I'm saying, hey, let's go on up. All right, but no, Chuck says, let's go on over to the top. This way we can work on getting the shafts out and sending them up to the surface. That's fine. This is the beginning of our dive, so I felt, okay, hey, let's just send it on up. I mean, let's go take it on up instead of sending it up. But he said, no, let's go ahead and we'll float it up. So that's fine. And you can see the knife stuck in the head. And that pretty well took care of things. So he's got his one float out. I'm about ready to hand him my float, which we carry multiples of these. This being a bigger sized fish, we certainly want to have a couple of floats on them. the old see the fish, shoot the fish, now secure the fish. Now, I'm trying to get my other float in there, but Chuck's kind of right on top of things, so eventually I'll just hand him my float and put it right next to the other float. Now he's trying to get the shafts out. They're in there pretty good, so that's actually a good thing. Two nice headshots. Usually on the bigger fish, we'll either go through the gills, out the mouth, or through the eyes. In this particular case, Chuck ended up putting it right next to his other one, which is through the mouth of the big fish. But it's still quite the cluster with all kinds of gear. Remember, lobster bags, lobster snares. I had my zookeeper. I had my lionfish spear. Now we got to kind of clean up this mess. And sometimes it's just easy to pull the spear shaft out the other way, disconnect the line, but make sure you hold on to your gun because they do float. Again, this is how we're working together. He's telling me, okay, don't worry about your gun. We don't want that to float away, which we've had that before. It's clear, fish is dead, which you really don't want to have an active fish floating to the surface. That'll attract the predator. Float it to the surface. Hopefully your buddy who's driving the boat puts him on the boat, which he did. Then we can take pictures with the fish. And do you know Chiefy? Paralens, thanks. And subscribe to my Chiefy Crew YouTube channel. Check out chiefy.net, my website. Access to all my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channel stuff. Thanks.